Hey! Oh, this is a nice Saturday, at least where I am. It's going to be 80 degrees. I'm out here on my porch in my big papasan chair. You can look around and see the beautiful garden. And I'm sure you can hear all the birds. It's my favorite thing. So what are we going to talk about today? Hi, I decided to come out into the yard, so now you're looking up to the house where I was sitting on the papasan chair on the porch. So, I'm thinking instead of talking about one specific subject today, I'm going to touch on something that my bookkeeper said to me this week, today in fact. She said that she really loves Saturday with Cindy. And that the one before the last one on menopause, she really liked listening to that. I can't even remember what the subject was, but she wasn't so interested in the menopause. And I thought about that, and I thought, isn't it interesting that a woman who is probably going to go through it wouldn't be interested in it because she just isn't at that age yet. And I'm the same way, or I was when I was younger. And I took a course on menopause, really fascinating course that I highly recommend. But my friend, who was 22 years old at the time, a young man, took it as well. Now, he was raised by a community of people who were very interested in women and were extremely aware that women are still treated as second-class citizens. We pay more for our socks, more for our dry cleaning. We are still not paid the same as men in many of the job categories. And the Girl Scout law, which you may have seen I posted on my Facebook page, says, I will try and do my duty, where the Boy Scout law says, I will do my duty. So we're looked at as weaker. We have to try. We can't actually succeed necessarily. And why do we pay more for all this stuff, and why do we get paid less? Well, this community that teaches this menopause course is very aware of that, and they actually live in a group, and they live in a matriarchal society, this little microcosmic group that live in our patriarchal society. So that's something to think about. So the menopause talk was really talking about attitude, and that's the only thing we really have control over is our attitude, how we feel about menopause, the rain, or anything else. But my bookkeeper had so much fear going on around menopause that she just doesn't want to confront it yet. And I'd like to tell all the young women in our society that haven't gone through it yet that there's some good news. And first off, the good news is you've got older women to talk to about it, to prepare you, to mock up the worst, to start doing research, etc., etc. Because as you know, time starts flying the older you get. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was lighting. I have had a few wonderful offers from photographers who have been giving me pointers on my Saturdays with Cindy on how to, take away the shadows and make it so you don't see the lines so well, etc., etc. Well, I grew up in the business of beauty and fashion, and I know what beauty lighting is. And you can put yourself in lighting so you look like you're 35 years old if you're 65. But then what happens when you don't have that lighting anymore and you're standing in an elevator with that so flattering light coming from straight above that makes you look like the monster? It's like the opposite of the flashlight under the face. Did you ever do that to scare your friends when you were a kid? So that side lighting, wherever it comes in as an angle, puts all kinds of shadows on your face where you can see all the details. And I specifically told them that I deliberately don't use that type of lighting because I want all of you to see what I really look like. Because you're not going to see it in the photographs and the modeling pictures that I do, that's for sure. And I also want you to be aware that when you're making yourself up in makeup light, which doesn't allow any shadows no shadows are created on your face, and you think you are looking great and fabulous with that makeup job you did, and then you go out into an area where the light is totally different, like direct sunlight, side lighting underneath, above, it's not going to look the same. And in fact, you're going to see makeup on your face that you didn't see in the so-called beauty lighting, which means no shadows, no direct light, open shade. So if you want to look as good as possible all the time, sit at a table where you have a fill card so you can fill in the light on your face. Let's see if I can't really do it here. I can do a whole Saturday with Cindy on lighting. It's amazing. So the other thing I wanted to mention is questions. Write down in the comments below if you have any very specific questions for me about my life, my relationships, my health, my fitness, my makeup, my philosophies. Specific, direct questions. That would be fantastic. And the other thing is, basically, what do you want to know about me? I think it's more, I feel better when I talk from direct experiences that I've had rather than some lofty philosophical position, because what do I know? What I know is what I've experienced, and that's all I can do is share what I've experienced. I think it keeps it honest and real, and frankly, not so arrogant. Because let me tell you, I can be arrogant when I want to be. It's not very flattering. And people don't really want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to other people expounding about life and how it is. I like them to share who they are, what they experienced, and how it is for them. So, I have so many subjects here. The fashion world and how they convince us of so many things. Lighting, age, and thinning the veil between your insides and your outside. Diet, fasting on water and what it can do for you. Going to the gym for health rather than looks. What motivates you? Fun or fear? Treating yourself and loving yourself as much as you love your friends and your family. What makes a woman glow? What really makes a woman attractive and beautiful? This whole retreat idea and my subscription offer. That's an interesting subject. I think I'm going to post some of your comments on the blog so you can read each other's points of view about that. Investing in yourself. Do the work. And one woman asked me to write a blog like Gwyneth Paltrow does called Goop, and talk about restaurants and stores and other websites that I like to shop at and stuff like that. I think that's really fun and a great idea, but I just have so many subjects that I want to talk about that are deeper than that. So I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you're not disappointed in this Saturday with Cindy. I just wanted to keep it light and easy and ask you to submit some questions and to discuss the menopause thing. And I think that's it. All right. But don't worry. I'll be back next Saturday. Bye for now. Have a great week.